what I wanted to tell you before. I didn't say that, but I said something kind of like that when I was still playing in a rock and roll band, and all these big scary wrestlers were coming in, and I was this long-haired hippie playing in a band. That one of the wrestling managers was kind of like nice to me, And I said, "Oh, can I come over and talk to you someday?" He goes, "So," he says, "Yeah, come by my house." And he told me where he lived. And as I'm sitting in the living room, this guy's managing superstar Billy Graham, Joe LeDuc, a guy named Steve Strong, who was I don't know if you know who these guys are, with superstar Billy Graham.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
And as he came in the house, he goes, "Well, what do you want to talk about?" I said, I want to get in the wrestling business. And I told him this straight to his face. I said, "I'm going to be the greatest wrestler that ever lived." And I told him that. Now, not knowing if I was or not, but all I'm saying is the mantra, the very, very positive mantra of the training, prayers, and vitamins, what did it attract?
Yeah.
And nothing against a lot of the other wrestlers. I wasn't Mr. Perfect throwing bubble gum. I wasn't doing the Undertaker with death and body bags. I wasn't doing the Stone Cold thing, drinking beer, and he's a huge wrestler. All these guys are. Undertaker, they're all huge. But for me, that training, prayers, and vitamins, I just wanted to really get in the wrestling business and make a living. I didn't know that it was going to spiral like that.
Well, how could you?
No. But he's saying he knew it. I didn't know it. I just said it.
Right.
Like it was already done, and just threw it out there. And
I'm sure there's a lot of other people that said it and didn't make it, though. That's the problem. We're not factoring those people in. It's the thing with the law of attraction. You don't really factor in losers. There's not an accurate count of how.
That's true.
So many people are not quite honest about it either, because it's very painful to fail, and that's why many people don't try too. It's I don't know. It's interesting, but it's interesting to me to see a guy like you with a very positive mindset and this new sort of appreciation for your faith, and that you're showing great benefits from it. There's times when people. Do you know the story of Oliver Anthony? Do you know who Oliver Anthony is?
No, I don't.
He's this guy who was the #1 song in the country, and he recorded it in his backyard in
Is this the
Virginia.
red-haired kid we're talking about?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So this guy gave himself to Christ like 30 days ago, and was having all sorts of problems with substance abuse and the normal chaos, and he hit rock bottom, and like I don't want to speak for him. I don't know what he actually said, but it was something to the tune of, "Please God, if you can straighten my life, if you could just straighten my life out, I will dedicate myself to you, and I'll be on the right track." And then 30 days later, he's clean, and he hits with this insane song. Do you know the song?
Yeah.
Play that song, Jamie, because this song is insane. And this guy doesn't have a label. He's not attacked. He won't sign anything. People are trying to get him to sign things. They're offering him like millions of dollars. And he's like, nope, I'm not signing shit. I'm gonna be myself and be independent.
Himself.
Listen to this.
Yeah, this is amazing.
Overtime hours, bullshit pay, so I can sit out here and waste my life away. Drag back home and drown my troubles away. It's a damn shame what the world's gotten to for people like me, people like you. Wish I could just wake up and it not be true, but it is.
It's such a simple song.
Yeah.
With just what kind of instrument is that? That's not a banjo, right? It's a guitar.
No, it's a guitar. He's got a capo on it. He's playing way high up on the neck. That's a D. If that was where it normally was, it's playing an A minor, a C, a G, and that's a D there that he's playing.
Does that metal thing where he's strumming behind it, does that change the tone?
Yeah, it does.
It makes it a little more banjo-esque.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, he's got that capo halfway up the neck because his voice is a lot higher.
Isn't it crazy that just this guy and a guitar, just singing, just captivates people?
That's amazing, right?
It's amazing. But this is another example of a guy who just like hits rock bottom, fully all in.
Well, he's saying what people think, man.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And people are freaking out, like trying to attack him and trying to figure out what's wrong with him. What's wrong with him? This guy's probably got a shady past. Like, can't people just ever just appreciate someone's thing that they put out there? Can't they just appreciate that? Why don't they just
How
appreciate
about not
things?
judging people? How about just
Well-
from this moment forward, moving forward?
Some people should be judged. There's a lot of criminals out there. I'm not saying we shouldn't judge. I just think we should be more charitable. And when someone just puts out a beautiful song like that, you should go, that's a beautiful song. Just enjoy it. Why can't we just enjoy things? Why is everybody, you know?
True words.
Yeah. I mean, if people really lived like Christians, it'd be probably a better place for most folks, you know?
I agree.
When you go to church now, is it chaos? Does everybody try to get selfies? Like, what's that like?
No, man, it's really cool. I go to Indian Rocks Christian Church with Sky. Sky's my girlfriend.
You shouldn't probably tell people where you go to church because they're going to go to church with the Hulkster.
No.
Hulk
I want
Mania
more
running
people. I
wild.
want more people there. at
All
Indian
right,
Rocks
well, you're
Christian.
going to get it. They're coming.
Yeah. Pastor Aaron's my boy, man. He
nice.
he needs to be tested. And her son one of her sons goes to Indian Rocks Christian, so we go there every Sunday and really look forward to it. You know, it's just kind of like it's something that you don't let go of. A lot of people plug in and plug out, but I don't plug out. Once I'm plugged in, I'm there. You know, because I've seen it change a lot of people.
There's also some real power to a bunch of people getting together to agree that they're there to be a better person in the eyes of God.
Yeah.
There's something very powerful about that. A group of everybody that meets together in the community at a certain time, dresses nice, and just all agrees that we're here to try to be a better person in the eyes of God.
I've seen it change people. The brother that is responsible for this shirt, the John 3:16 devotional team, Mel Chansey, he was the president of the Chicago Hells Angels for years. You know, you had Zito in New York.
Yeah.
You know, and Mel was the president of the club in Chicago, and you know, knew him very well back in the day. And when I go to Chicago, it would be, you know, ripping and running.
Mm-hmm.
And then Mel did about 9 years, you know, and a bunch of stuff, Rico stuff, and all kind of craziness.
Uh-oh.
And actually, when Mel came out, he tried to get a hold of me. I had second thoughts, going, "Whoa, what's up with the brother here?" You know,
Right.
haven't seen him for a while, you know. And one of the last times I saw him, you could probably pull it up, is when we were in Knoxville, and I had the Hells Angels circling the ring on their Harleys. You know, they said I didn't have any backup, and so I made a phone call because I got a bunch of friends back in the day that were in the club, and so they all showed up in Knoxville, and that's the last time I saw Mel before he went away.